Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. We'll get started here at about 3 after 2:30. So if you want to grab some water, feel free to do so, and we'll get started here in a little bit. Thank you.
Hi, this is Anwar.
Hi there. Yeah, everybody, we're going to get started here. I'm just going to give it a couple minutes before I get started to let people join. So about a minute or so more, and we'll get started. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Brittany Franson. I'm Field Marketing Specialist here in the East Bay. And you have all joined me for the Come and Get It Done CB Tools Tune-Up. And this is a pretty basic class. We're going to not spend too much time here today, probably a half hour of your time to kind of guide you through and show you some of the hidden nuances of Desk. But without further ado, just a reminder, if you have a question, we got a pretty small group here today, so I am willing to take questions as we go along. If you don't feel comfortable unmuting to ask your questions, go ahead and put those in the chat. I'll be monitoring those as well. And then, of course, I'm recording this class, so feel free if you need to or something comes up and you have to hop off. As long as you've joined me today, I will include you in the recap that will have a link to that recording. All right, so today we're going to go over Mycbdesk. We're going to talk about how to use it, how to access it, some of the key tools that are on there, and then I'm going to show you guys some fun stuff you may not have known you can do. So let me just real quickly here mute everybody, and then we'll continue on. So there's some main tools today. I'm going to be mainly talking about marketing tools, but we will kind of pop in and show you guys some ways to look up some of the sales side of the tools that we have. But our main tools, of course, are going to be well, let me return here. So if you've never been on mycbdesk.com before, you can access it online. All you need to do to log in is put in your email address and your password that you use for your email into the CBDesk portal, and you'll have access to Mycbdesk. What is Mycbdesk? It is It is a platform that we put together for you so that you have everything you need to be successful. Every part of your business is in a one-stop shop. And it makes it really easy so that you can hop in and access, you can remove and add apps depending on how frequently you use them. But we'll get into that in the demo section of today's class. So our main key Coldwell Banker tools are going to be, first up, Listing Concierge. So if you've never used Listing Concierge, or if you're new to Coldwell Banker, one of the first things you're going to want to do is pop into Listing Concierge and update your profile information, add in your headshot, put in your billing information, your office information, so that when you do have a listing come on, you can easily access and purchase the package. It also allows your marketing team to be able to get in on an administrative side. So if you've created your profile in Listing Concierge, make sure to do that. It'll speed up the process when you do need assistance or want to place an order. One of the main places you're going to be is InTouch. InTouch is a couple of things for you. It's going to be your website. It's your CRM, which is your customer management system. It is where we have all of our marketing center too. So if you're looking for an email blast, or if you're looking for a postcard or a flyer, you're going to be able to find those in InTouch. So it's important to make sure you go into your InTouch account, make sure all of the information is correct for you, make sure that you have your IDX feed set up. If you do not have an IDX feed set up, and that's the approval from your MLS to feed listings and your past sales into your website, you're going to want to make sure to reach out to your sales support administrator, your field marketing specialist, to ask them to assist you with that, because each MLS has their own application and their own process for that. Third is going to be Prospect Square. Prospect Square is awesome. It's where we house all of our marketing reports. So if you wanted to do a deep dive into your farm, or say into a client's area and show them some comps and get them an active report and send that to them on an automated schedule, you can do that in Prospect Square. It's also where our Clients for Life is housed. So if you're ever wondering who's entered, or if you want to pick up the phone and call your past contacts and clients and invite them to enter some of our fun giveaways, that's where you're going to go to find that information. So that's all going to be in Prospect Square. What I want to bring to your attention is you do need to import your contacts into both InTouch and Prospect Square. They are not synced currently. We are working on that. That is on our roadmap for marketing. We have them in two separate spots for a pretty good reason. The reason is if someone unsubscribes from your InTouch emails, you can still email them through Prospect Square and vice versa. So the reason behind it is we want to be able to have that constant contact with them. Sometimes we just go through real quick and unsubscribe from some of those emails. This gives you the ability to still touch them via email if they do unsubscribe from one or the other. So just like we went, if you're not aware and you're new to Coldwell Banker, the Clients for Life email 99% of the time is going to be sent out the second Tuesday of each month. This month we had a little bit of a change with that because it took some time to lock in our celebrity guests that we have for our expo next month. If you're not aware, that's going to be Alexander Rodriguez, or A-Rod, is going to be coming on and talking to, so your clients can register for this event. You yourselves as agents can go to it, as well as staff. So if anybody out there is staff and you're interested in that, that's this month's, but every other month is going to be the second Tuesday of each month that's sent out. Some other key tools that we have. CBX plus Moxie Presents. So Moxie Presents is a fantastic tool to use for your listing presentations. It's also really great to have for buyer presentations. So say you're taking a buyer out to view a couple of properties on a Saturday, you can have a really nice either digital or printed book with you to show them those properties that you're taking them to see. We also have 12-minute listing presentations. The 12-minute listing presentation talks primarily about the different pieces that are available through Listing Concierge. And then we have a pre-listing presentation, and that's more of the sales side and adding in comps and things like that. So if you're trying to get your foot in the door with potential sellers, the pre-listing and the 12-minute listing presentations are a really great way to do that. Design concierge. The idea behind Design Concierge is that it's very expensive for our agents to go out and get a virtual or get a digital designer to work on your pieces for you. So we have a team that's in-house, and it runs about $50 an hour depending on what you want to do there. There's semi-customizable pieces, which include like logos and business cards, but you can also, if you had a great idea for getting a template for, say, a newsletter that you wanted to be able to send out or something along those lines, the Design Concierge team is there to help you with that. They also do copywriting. So if you are wondering what you're going to do for your bio, or if maybe you need to revamp your bio, Design Concierge is another option for you there. And then Sales Pro is where you can go to sign up for all of our classes, not just marketing, but our education team teaches all the time. And we also have those continued education classes for you. So if you're coming up on your license, needing to be renewed, we do have classes that you can pay for via Sales Pro and join and get those hours. Okay, so I'm going to roll into the demo here, and let's have some fun in Desk. So for many of you, I'm sure you've been to Desk before. First thing I want to say is it's always a really good rule of thumb for any of our applications or anything that you're really a member to or have a profile on, to go to your profile and check out your settings and just make sure your information is correct. So your profile information is going to come directly from Trident. That's what you onboarded with, but so you won't be able to make a whole heck of a lot of changes here. But if you do need to reach out to your office administrator, they can send that request, if any, to licensing. Next up, you want to go in and you want to check out your settings. Okay, and there's a couple of different things that we can do here. So for instance, as a staff or employee, I probably will never need to go into agent or earnings or the, there's some other things in here that I will never need to use. So I can turn these off so that they're never going to show up on my options, or vice versa. If you're running across something and you're trying to access a different application and it's not showing in your add app section, then you can come in here and see if it is turned off. For instance, I have, I think lead router on mine is already turned off. And so if I wanted to be able to access this, add it, social ad engine back into my options, I can just toggle those on and off. So it's a good first stop before you, because I do, I have a couple agents, especially if we roll out new product, that'll send me, oh, I don't see it on there. I don't have anything in there. Before you go to request like a help ticket, best idea is to come in and check to make sure that your display is set to on for your different applications. And these are all in alphabetical order, so it should make it pretty easy for you to locate the application you're looking for. This right here, delegation, is a pretty big one. So if you are or have an assistant and you want to give them ability to log into your InTouch account or your Design Concierge account, you can actually provide them with access to your accounts through delegation. So you can see here, I have delegated some of my applications to Kari Hook. So if she needs to help me out, we can. All you need to do is type in the delegate's name and email here. Choose which applications you'd like to delegate access to, and then you can add them to it. So if you have an assistant, I know this comes up quite a bit, and it's always been a little confusing on how that works, but licensed or unlicensed assistant, you need to have them fill out an application, give that to your OA, they'll process that, and then you can delegate your accounts to them. Or if you're a member of a team, or if you're working, maybe with a spouse, this is a great idea to go ahead and delegate that access. So if maybe you're away from the computer and can't get to something, they'll be able to hop in as you and provide you with whatever tasks you need to perform. Favorites is a good one to hop into. As you wander through the tons of stuff that we have available for you, Remember to hit that favorite up there so that you can easily go back to it. Even if you're on the, like if you wanted to add in your MLS, you can do that as well. So you can add in like berries or your Bay East and be able to have an access to that directly through Desk. So think of it sort of like a bookmarking for your Mycbdesk versus your browser. So if you wanted to have everything accessible through Desk, this will make it very easy to do that. If you want to add a favorite, just click add, enter that URL there, and then give it a name. Hit add to favorites, and then it'll be right there in your favorites. You'll also notice as we go along that there's different pages within Desk that you're able to just hit that heart and they'll add automatically too. And then notifications. So if you're popping in here today and you're seeing like 151 alerts here on your notifications, and you don't want to have that many all the time, you can turn your news to weekly. So they will send you those notifications on a weekly basis versus a daily basis. If you do show a bunch of notifications in there, you can just pop in here and hit this mark all as red, and it will remove that red lit up that you have additional notifications. Okay, so that's your kind of account profile setup for Desk. It is going to help you out, so that you're not getting a ton of different notifications. If you do need to give your access to your accounts to other people, and then just kind of cleaning up the applications. I'm going to pause for a moment here and see if we have any questions, or if anybody wants to ask a question, feel free to do so. Okay, cool. So again, this class is super basic, but here to answer any questions for you. So as we go along, please, if you do have questions or need me to show something, again, don't hesitate to ask. Now from our app, or from our homepage here, we're going to see all of the apps that we want. If you wanted to switch to, maybe it's a little easier for you, you can switch to a list view. So instead of having each of those different applications as a tile, you can switch to a grid or to your list view here. I'm going to switch back to grid though. You can custom sort these. So if you're like, it doesn't need to be, I just want to be able to easily find it by its name, you can go ahead and organize in alphabetical order. You can do the ones that you're using most recently, or you can do the custom drag and drop. And what that custom drag and drop means is, for instance, I use CB Homes admin all the time, so maybe I want that to be up at the top. I'm using Prospect Square all the time. I obviously want my email to be there, and I can move these tiles around very easily to organize them to what I use the most. If you need to remove a tile, say you're not using it, I'm not using Spark a bunch, so I'm just going to go ahead and X out of that, and it'll remove it. It's not removed for good though, so no concerns there. You can go back into adding an app and add it back. It just goes back into, say, your save tray. Click to expand the menu here and see the rest of them. So you're only going to see the top, I believe, 9, and then you've got to expand that to see all of them. If you need to add an app, you're not seeing it on your desk, hop into add app, and again, very easily in alphabetical order to find the application that you're looking for, and then hit add. It automatically is going to add that new application to your, should be the, okay, right here. Sometimes it pops into the very first spot, but looks like it's going to and it doesn't look like it's in any order at all. Welcome to Mycbdesk with Brittany. So usually it pops into the very first spot, but you'll be able to find it on here. And then again, if you need to custom sort or filter. The filter is neat because if you're not sure what you're looking for, but you know it's a marketing tool, or if you're looking for an education tool, something along those lines, you can come in and filter those to just show. So let's say, for instance, we don't want to show anything but the marketing tools for now. And I can apply that filter, and then I just get my marketing tools, and that'll kind of weed out or help you find what you're looking for. I'm going to go over to the side here. So we've got a couple in the drop down menu here. We've got company. So if you're looking for company news, or if you hear us talking about the Blue Matter blog, or maybe you missed a town hall, that's all going to be located here for you. Your CB briefs are our news. We've got our core 4 values here for you. So if you're interested in looking into that, those are here. Policies and procedures. You've got your company directory. So if you're looking for a contact, you can all easily access that information here. In the marketing section, we've broken it down by the different types of marketing or the different groups that we have. So if you're looking into advertising, it'll give you, what our advertising schedule is and anything related to that. Branding, global luxury, if you're global luxury certified and you're wondering, or if you want to look up a price point for global luxury, that's where you can do that, is here. So you just come in and say, I want to go to my GL threshold tool. So if you're new again to Coldwell Banker and you're not a global luxury certified agent, you still can promote a global luxury listing as with the black and white branding, as long as it hits the threshold pricing. So, and it's got to look good. There's a couple nuances there, but for instance, if we go to Pleasanton in the 9466 area code, I know that anything that's going to be branded with global luxury has to be above 2.1. And I can just continue to pop those in there if I ever have a question on whether or not my listing falls into the global luxury branding. You can also access the global luxury website and Proxio easily through here. And then some of our marketing tools are available for you. Prospecting, same thing. You're going to get where we've got some scripts and things like that. Public relations. So if you ever have an event or something special that you do want to get the word out for, we have both a PR request form and a social media request form. So it does have to be real newsworthy to request this, but if you click into public relations and to social media to get the word out for something newsworthy that you want to express to everybody else and get out on our Coldwell Banker's social media and through some of the print publications that we pay for, you may qualify for that. So you want to complete that PR request form here. Same thing for social media. If you've got something that is above and beyond or newsworthy, you can go in and get your social media request form. That goes to our social media team, and they can post directly to our Coldwell Banker Northern California site. So you get a lot more visibility with whatever that news is. Some other different contacts here. So if you need to meet the team, if you've got questions on social media or need assistance, you can, the team contact information is here. If you're looking into best practices, and then if you're looking for guidelines for agents as well, I get that question a lot. There's really not too much, but there are some definite things that you should be aware of. So this is a great resource for you. And then the studio. So the studio is our field marketing. It is our design concierge team. It's all the people working on all these wonderful products for you to make your life easier, to help you sell more homes and make more money. The My Business section is going to be where you can check out awards and production. You've got your education. You've got some of the forms that you may need in there. If you have a friend that's maybe Keller Williams or Compass and they're thinking they might want to come over to Coldwell Banker, check that out. You can come in here and it's got some definite assets for you to use, and kind of goes into what the recruiting process is, and not only the recruiting process, but how the how your commission schedule and structure looks once an agent's come on board because of your recruiting efforts. And then our partners and services. So if it's title, if it's guaranteed rate, if it's our business advantage program, I mean, we've got a couple that 1031 services that we have available to you. That's going to be all in the partners and service area. And you can jump in here and see what the latest news and have some great links there. Any questions on what's available to you in the drop down section here? All right. Since I have a pretty short page here, just want to bring your attention, if you ever wanted to go to our Northern California or our Global Banker different platforms, or excuse me, profiles, our social media profiles, you can get those links very easily here. So if you're looking at our YouTube and you need a video, or if you want to go to our Facebook and share posts, that can all be done right through here. And last up on the tour of my Mycbdesk today is going to be the Help Center. So the Help Center is huge. For almost every single one of those applications that you saw, we do have step-by-step toolkits for you, step-by-step FAQs for you in the Help Center. So if you're wondering how to change something in CB Homes, or if you're looking to, what is the information I need to know about the CB Expire Locator, pop into the Help Center, and there are lots of resources here for you to pull from, sometimes even including short videos, how to place your order in Listing Concierge, what the roadmap looks like for each of these platforms. So if it's a known issue, or if it's a new goal that we have to add on, you'll be able to look at that here and see where each of the different applications is at. Any questions with the Help Center or with the drop-down menu or any of it? Any questions in general about anything on desk? It's a quiet bunch today. Come on, guys. I know somebody's got a question out there. Something you're working on. It can be anything marketing related. We've got a couple minutes here.
Hi, got a question for you.
Sure.
I was just curious, like once you sign into Mycbdesk, you won't need to sign into all of these tiles individually?
That's correct. Yeah, there's like a couple of weird things, like if it's your very first time in BrandServe, and I don't know if this is now, but it was when we first rolled BrandServe out, you do need to like request access. And then within like a couple, like an hour or so, then you'll be able to access BrandServe. But for the most part, no, once you're in Mycbdesk, you'll be able to access each of these different applications.
Thank you.
Good question. Any other questions? Okay. Well, with that, then I will be shortly sending out a recording of this class. I also have a, it's kind of a where do I find document that I put together. And what it is instead of telling you what platform has what thing in it, it's got alphabetically what you may be looking for. So if it's social media or pictures or whatever your heart's content, and then it lets you know which application you're going to be able to find that in. So it's kind of a reversed map for you that I'll include in that. And then if anybody has any questions or needs any assistance with anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brittany.
I did go and take a look at those tiles, go into that help desk thing, because it looks like there's tutorials.
People are not muted.